entrepreneurs actually making products, which is really important, because we used to, one of the big taglines in the old days, we used to say, we know your hair and care, because I used to visit all the manufacturers in Chicago, Atlanta, and New York. And in those days, when black businesses dominated the manufacturing side of the industry, they actively did care about the ingredients that went into the product, which is so important. Derek tells a great story where he talks about, if you think of women in their hair, when you were growing up as young people, you trusted your parents and your grandparents to do your hair because they cared about you, so they cared about your well-being and the way you were taken care of. And then there was a point then where you then trusted the man behind the counter who knew nothing about your hair other than that one smells nice. And of course, over a generation of time, the quality of the ingredients has gone down. But then that's the opportunity that's now been created, because you have many more black women making and selling their own products. Because at the end of the day, this is still the cornerstone industry of our community, and the ecosystem. It's still the largest, and it still has the greatest impact. Because again, going back to the 80s, there were many models, fashion designers who got their opportunity to travel internationally. Hairstylists working all over the world just because of this industry, and I don't think the opportunities have diminished in social media and all the attachments. So I'll stop there.
Right, so that's heritage for you. That's our heritage.
Heritage.
All right, so I've touched on Winston Isaacs, who actually revolutionised the Afro hair industry. Today it's a monumental business. It's almost £1 billion strong. All right, and you can argue we're kind of claiming it back because we're now doing our own products to service our own hair. Wonderful point we just mentioned. We know your hair and care. It's a wonderful mantra. Because when we say that, we think of your grandmother, think of your mother. As a young girl, she sits between the mother's lap and she endeavors to plait, to braid, to twist, to oil your scalp. And what's interesting, if you didn't know that, in the olden days, most of the products were made at home. Coconut oil, shea butter, argan oil, all these are homemade. What's interesting about those oils, they are food. And what's also amazing about these oils, they are referred to as intelligent nutrients. So when you apply it to the hair, it understands there's a synergy between the food and the oil work together, right? So it's called intelligent nutrient. It's a big industry. We don't understand the industry yet, but we're beginning to understand the industry, because most of the stuff we're using has been pretty much carcinogenic stuff, with parabens and silicone and mineral oil and petroleum jelly.
We need more people to study chemistry. If we had realised all those years ago, we would have actively promoted learned chemistry. Because some of the products like Curly by Nature and people like that, Clarissa McDonald, they've got that background, and there's one or two other brands.